Hello there, everybody. It is me, No Name Moments of Sport. Today, joined by,
Boom.
yeah, we're here with Ruler Waves 3 as France, November 1936, episode 80. Oh God, the 80 episodes.
Hell of a lot of episodes that.
It's only 1936. Gotta get to 1970.
Jeez.
Yep. Current situation is that the alliance has completely broken apart because Britain didn't want to be a part of it anymore and Italy went fascist.
Rip.
Um, Germany and Japan have also signed an alliance. And now that Italy's fascist, I kind of wonder if they're going to be kind of in that sphere.
I saw that I saw that Japan is Eastern still. Is Germany fascist? Yes,
Germany
they
is
are. They
fascist.
have the Nazi symbol.
Yep.
Yeah, the odds are decent that they'll get pulled into the same alliance chain.
Yep. Um, so yeah, Japan's not fascist yet, but they're in that alliance chain. So, or in that alliance, and then there's a decent chance Italy could get pulled into that, which would mean, uh, the gang, the gang is together. Oh no. Um, alright, so in terms of ships that really need a rebuild. There's a bunch of destroyers. That's not the priority right now. Actually, I think right now, these guys get reserved. I'm glad these guys are like 1929, 1930, because I'm not gonna have to deal with them. These have the O tag. They'll have to be refit at some point. The priority right now is the big ships. Not the pre-dread, but these two cruisers at some point. Actually, these seven cruisers, sorry, at some point will need to be refit.
Yeah.
Most notably the Trouds. The Degoitois haven't quite lost all their speed yet.
Uh,
Um,
Worth noting, keeping ships in mothball makes their speed degrade faster.
Wait, it makes the speed degrade faster?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Ah, so that's why I'm having all the issues with the speed degrading.
Yep.
Okay.
Because you basically just stuck them in port and there's a crew to make sure that the bottom doesn't fall out.
Ah,
And that's it.
yeah, that might be worth moving some more ships to reserve then, which are mothballed, but I kind of need money.
Yeah.
Um, Move those to reserve. Yeah, I'm fine with those ships being mothballed. Fine with you. Yeah, destroyer-wise, I think that's okay. I think you can only lose like 2 knots of speed, right?
Yes, yeah, you can't lose more, fortunately. Otherwise, you'd end up with fuck that one British pre-dread that nominally was supposed to make 18, but could make like 13 by World War II because it'd just been in mothball for so long. It was supposed to be at Cornell, but literally couldn't keep up.
Oh God.
Fortunately, that can't happen.
Yeah. But yeah, I've got about. Part of me is like, nah. Part of me is like moving these to reserve, and then part of me is like, these are obsolete cruisers. It's probably better if I just let the machinery degrade, and then do a total rebuild on them, because like, I'm gonna totally rebuild them into something a little bit more similar to the later designs.
Yeah,
Um,
I see you've got twins. Yeah.
the Trouds are. Mm, I
I
could.
think Shrouds being 19, what, 18 vintage,
Yeah,
roughly.
this might be
I'd
it.
say at this point they're pretty much trade protection fodder.
I'm going. I mean, anti-aircraft cruisers would be the other rebuild for
Yeah.
these. Like I'd done for the previous one. Actually, I have a 1908 cruiser that's been effectively rebuilt. So, I
Given that that's what, a protected cruiser?
think so.
Oh, that is utterly cursed.
Yeah.
Amazing.
She is technically one of the best armed light cruisers in my fleet.
Yeah, I mean, if you discount all the basically malices from being a horribly old hull.
Yeah. Um, so I think right now I've got some monthly balance because the battleship Clemenceau that was butchered.
Clemenceau is roughly correct, I think.
Oh, Clemenceau.
roughly. Don't granted, I know Quebecois French,
Oh,
so
okay.
don't quote me on that.
Yeah. She's in service now, so that's good that I have, you know, I got that battleship out that gave me money, and I'm estimating that the rebuilds on a lot of these ships are going to cost about 2,000 um per month for about a year.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
right
And
now
rebuild turrets.
the first thing I do is I send in the cruiser Victor Hugo. This is a ship commissioned in 1905.
Yeah.
Cannot upgrade the 8-inch guns.
If you hit the check mark, it'll tell you if you've got anything that can be upgraded.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm going to remove the 4-inch dual-purpose mounts. And I'm going to swap her 5, and I'm going to give her 5-inch dual-purpose mounts now. I'll move those around on the ship as I see fit. I'm going to get rid of the aft catapult, clear her torpedo mounts, and give her 2 above water torpedo mounts instead. And move those. I'll move those around.
I love above water torps on heavy cruisers.
I am thinking. Hold on, I might. Oh no, S&T catapults.
Two float planes.
I
Six
get,
float planes. Okay.
yeah. Oh, hold on. I should add in a hangar. Although that does really increase the topside load
Yeah, I
capacity.
was gonna say hangars. If you've got like 6 float planes, you don't really need a hangar because you can afford to eat the reliability hit because you have enough extra planes on the ship
There.
for
Tor-
scouting.
Torpedo. I probably don't want torpedo reloads. I could do armored secondaries.
If you're gonna put them in twin turrets, I would probably at least have some armor on them.
Yeah.
Will it actually let you rebuild to armored secondaries?
Well, ships without hangar cannot have more aircraft than catapults. So I would have
I
to
forgot
have the.
about that. Yeah, it does need a catapult.
Is dangerously top heavy is
Dangerously
the current
overloaded.
main
Yeah.
issue. Um, I might go with 3 and yeah, I'll go with only 3 anti-aircraft directors.
You'd have to drop almost the entirety of the self-defense close in AA.
Maybe I'll go down to 4 anti-aircraft or aircraft capacity.
Yeah, that might be a better choice.
Um, that would be, turret rebuild would be expensive.
I mean, it's already expensive.
Yeah, that
Okay, yeah,
take.
turret rebuild. Holy shit, it adds an extra million. Nope.
Yep. I mean, there's not anything else I can really add to this, right? I
Not really.
guess
No,
this doesn't really increase the rebuild cost.
no, it doesn't. Wait, you can go over 250 now? Holy shit.
Can you? Apparently.
You have 300 rounds per gun now, so
Okay, so this doesn't make like. Okay, yeah, the 8-inch rounds per gun really doesn't make an impact. Um, maybe I'll do like. Mm,
well, it
I can
is a
do like
DP
this.
battery, which means it's gonna chew through ammo. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
thinking maybe 170 main rounds per gun,
yeah.
like this.
Yeah, let's be realistic. This thing, if this thing gets in a shooting match as part of a fleet action, or even just an individual action, it's probably not going to live long enough to fire off more than 170 rounds.
um, to be fair, this ship's sister ship, which got sunk by a mine, did manage to detonate a British battlecruiser armed with 15-inch guns.
That is truly amazing and a testament to the shittiness of British shipbuilding in real ways. But I mean, like, when was this ship built again?
19 commission 1905.
1905. So that was like 30 years ago. So I mean, effectively, given that you cannot upgrade armor quality This thing is probably sitting here with uh, like 4.5 to 5 inches of effective belt, 4 slip deck. I mean, and effectively take off about a third of the armor quality, armor thickness, because of just the effect of better armor piercing and stuff like that compared to armor quality.
I'm gonna completely rebuild the superstructure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Well,
remember if I might have actually built this ship like before Rule of the Waves was properly released. I'm trying to remember if that was the case or not.
no idea.
Like back if this was built back when I recorded the long string of episodes
During
for
the
like
beta,
early May. Yeah,
yeah,
late beta.
might have been.
I mean, the series has been going on a while, so.
Yeah.
But
Well, and realistically, with the superstructure rebuild, a major rebuild like this where they're replacing the engine, yeah, you would end up with a different superstructure because they're basically pulling up the deck.
yeah. And I would think that this ship would be like being fully modernized right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna position the torp mounts like further back.
Yeah,
Let
makes
me make
sense.
sure that they're actually somewhat on like the deck. I can't set an angle on them. Lame. Um,
Not unfortunate.
uh, yeah, I think our aft superstructure is just gonna get carved out somewhat. Or actually, you know what? No, here's what I do with the torpedo mounts. Let's do a like graph space sort of thing.
Mm.
Put them astern.
Yeah. I've always been a sucker for that look of having the torpedoes all the way on the ass end of the
Oh,
ship.
let's get rid of the masts. Those would be gone.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. Technically, this
They'd
is the
probably be
what?
I was just gonna say they'd probably be replaced with more modern style of fighting top masts. Because you do still have them for
Yeah,
more modern. Um, my brain just shorted out there. More modern ships.
yeah, but they're different.
Because you still need somewhere to put all the fire control gubbins.
I feel like the bridge would change too. Yeah, we'd probably part of me wants to kind of keep the bridge in. And then
Mhm.
I would say build on top of it, but like that would have to be with decker or decos.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to look at what superstructure is what here. Probably want to get rid of like 5 and 6, I'm thinking. And then that will be, effectively rebuilt. I might want to modify 4. Actually, no, unfortunately, I think I need to get rid of structure 3 as well. Actually, I will see if I can modify structure 3. Well, unfortunately, that's a lot of superstructure. Um, I'll just assume that the entire aft superstructure is being completely rebuilt here.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have space for the aircraft catapult hangar and stuff like that. Historically, I think the trend with rebuilding older ships was to go with less superstructure. Um, Granted, this is a tumble home design.
Yes. So I'm thinking float plane hangar about here-ish.
Mhm.
I actually do. Okay, I have more points to work with. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. 7, I'm gonna put like here. And 8, I'm gonna put over here so that we kind of have a little bit of a angle.
I did not know you could edit the points.
Hmm. I'll do. Well, okay, that works. I'll have to do a little corrective action around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me put the points up here. Although the snapping doesn't work if you try to edit the points, so that is an unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can't define them there. The 6 is on the 0 point, I think, so 7, go there, 8. This is gonna be, I think, where funnels or boats go, possibly.
Yeah, given the hull ship, I think machinery would still stay at midships.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? How about we do this? 9 can go out here, so I can have this be like a little anti-aircraft platform thing.
Mm-hmm. Granted, depending on where all your funnels were before this refit, uh, theoretically it's probably a case of they're trunking multiple funnels together,
Yes.
which means they could either end up farther forward or they could kind of end up wherever.
Yes. Is very much a possibility. I okay, so I have 4 of these old large armored cruisers. You know, this is the 4th one. Unfortunately, I built 6 and lost 2.
Yep.
One basically took 2 torpedoes and just exploded.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
torpedo defense 2 says hello. Sorry, torpedo defense 0 says hello.
yeah. And the other one was sunk by a mine out of battle.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Um, and interestingly, I've actually got them in 2 different divisions because 2 of the ships were short range, 2 of them weren't, and I've paired them up with 2 newer CAs
Yeah.
in those divisions. Although one of the CAs was basically just testing whether the full rebuild was possible. Yeah, I could. One interesting thought is that I could try to do a massive, like, 2-stage rebuild on this ship and get all the 8-inch guns on the center line, but I feel like that would be so expensive to not be worth it on this one, like it probably
You'd
was for,
effectively be building a new heavy cruiser
yeah,
at that
like it
point.
more was for the, like, it was more worth it for Ob and Sully because they were just kind of spamming 7-inch guns, and I'm like, I would rather have, you know, something with like 12 center line 8s, but these already had the 8-inch guns, so I'm thinking about just keeping the 8-inch guns for these.
Yeah, well, it'll be like what 2 12-month refits probably at
Uh,
uh a
no,
lot
it
of
would be
money.
one 12-month refit and like a 4 or 6-month refit. No, no, it would be 3 refits, sorry. So you get a 4 or 6-month refit, probably get another 6-month refit, and then you get like the 12-month refit.
Yeah, you're effectively just building a new heavy cruiser at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah, but I've already done it twice because it's hilarious having a cruiser from 1899 that goes 28 knots in service.
That's so very cursed.
She was built for 25, so.
Yeah.
Who pinged me? Oh, mess deck for the stuff I was saying in there. But the
Yeah.
stupid video.
Yeah, we're gonna yep.
Yeah. I was thinking about putting, was it like a rectangle on? Uh, It feels really weird complaining about that video in this year.
Yeah.
Like it's
Well, I
irrelevant.
mean it's still topical if extra credit comes up.
Oh, it's still topical to say that yeah, these guys fell off hard.
Yeah. Well, it still exists as a channel, so.
Eh, they shouldn't.
Yep.
It took like three things of it took like I gave the thing was I gave them like two passes and they just kept saying dumb stuff and I'm like, yep, nope.
Yep. Yeah. I haven't watched any of their content in
Yeah.
quite a while.
Yeah,
I used to occasionally check out their history stuff still, but their history's really gone off into La La Loopy land.
ah
Revisionism.
yeah. I have not seen their stuff in a long ass time.
Yeah.
And intentionally, and sometimes it comes up on the recommend and I'm just like, nope, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching this channel anymore.
Yeah.
But let
Entirely
me get
reasonable.
actual like dreadnought mounts here. Do I want to do late dreadnought mounts?
Not a huge fan of light dreadnought mounts for smaller guns, to be honest.
I'd love these mounts if they weren't so. This circle wasn't there.
Yeah.
Um, okay, I think what I do is I have three sets of these guns forward and then one set aft here behind the floatplane catapults. Graphics wise, I still have 5 and 6 to work with, so I think 5 at the very least is going to get used on this aft superstructure, um, kind of, aft tower area behind where the float planes will be kept. Well, maybe what I do is I put these guns on the superstructure. That would be cursed, but I kind of
Yeah.
like it.
There's precedent.
Yeah,
There's precedent IRL for twin turrets mounted as part of the superstructure, both in refits and in just new builds.
that didn't quite go straight up. These straight up now. Yeah. Um, I know I can't get an extra point there, so I could do like this. Now I have a full extra structure to work with. Do I save it for later, or do I just kind of start working with it now? You think?
Like save it as a whatchamacallit,
Um,
like
save it for when I get more of the structure done, like once I add funnels and stuff in. Kind of figure if I
yeah,
need an extra custom layer anywhere or not.
I don't know. I just tend to sort of slap my superstructure designs
That's
together,
fair.
to be honest.
I'm thinking stack teardrop shape or stack oval. That looks small. That looks like too small for this
Yeah,
ship.
especially given you're trunking a couple different funnels together, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, Probably stack ring oval narrow or stack ring oval. Oh, stack oval exterior. Nope, that's still. Oh, stack teardrop shaped dark battle cruiser. How is that too small? Like, maybe a
Yeah, I don't
20
know.
foot.
Oh, that's a better
Yeah,
size.
yeah, that's good.
It feels that some of the parts don't always scale all that well with the ships that you're putting.
Yeah, like this thing's battle cruiser sized, so it's
Yeah,
probably
it is.
parts I should be using, even though it's a heavy cruiser. It's like, yeah, 20,000 or 21,700 tons. Um,
Yep. I mean that's bigger than some of the first generation battle cruisers,
yeah,
if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Big
How big is
about this
Invincible again?
Invincible is like the top of my head, 18,000 tons, I want to say, something like that.
How
Hold on.
much? You kind of cut out there.
Oh, sorry. Is that off the top of my head? I think 19,000 tons or something like
19?
that.
Okay. Would it? There was one I was looking for.
Oh, I'm way off. It's full load is 20,000 tons, but regular load is 17,000 tons.
Okay.
So yeah, this thing, assuming that rule of the waves display, given that rule of the waves displacements are a bit fucky, uh, it's if you're trying to center, you can hold Alt when you're clicking.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. I was just manually centering.
Yeah, I've been doing that for a while as well, and Bjorn discovered that you can hold Alt to center things.
Part of me really wants to add another stack oval on the bottom of this to make it look like the funnel's properly trunking together, but then that's like 3 decorations per funnel, and I feel like that's a bad idea.
It depends on how many funnels you're gonna make.
I think 2. 2 is
Yeah,
reasonable.
so that'd be 6 decorations total. I don't know if you consider that worthwhile for just doing a trunk funnel.
Yeah. I'm gonna move this one back a bit, and then you know what? Here's what I do. But this funnel, actually, what if I do this? Now that does kind of look a little bit trunked too, right?
A little bit. It's more looks like it's got a fighting platform attached to the ass end of the funnel, which is what
That's
you're
fair.
going for, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Um, and then that means that this area here can be a boat deck.
Yeah.
Actually, I might move the forward funnel even more forward to give a little bit more room for that boat deck because I have a shit ton of room up here.
Yeah.
Like, what's all this area being used for? Nothing right now.
Yeah.
Um, let me get some, about 40 foot with divisions. Yeah, the ship can handle that. I'm a moron. I immediately place the 40 foot with divisions in a good spot. First thing I hit instead of copy is remove visual.
Rip.
Instead of add new visual is just remove visual. It's like, well, darn it. um,
Parentheses remove button. Click.
yep. Let's do. Okay, why is like the 25 foot with ends and the 30 foot with ends and center support the same size?
Yeah, I don't know.
There is some weird scaling here. I will use the regular 25 foot boat then. Out there.
Yeah.
Maybe 21 with divisions?
The 21 is like hilariously tiny.
Yeah. Screw it, you get a hilariously tiny boat.
Amazing.
Um, what if I do 28 with divisions and do 2 of them on either side of the funnel? Like here, so that they're kind of
Yeah.
suspended off the funnel. I think that could
Yeah.
look good.
Yeah.
Then I need a crane. So, because this is a modernization, we get the pretty crane now. Or do I get 2
Pretty.
cranes? Maybe 2 cranes.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
ne
you're gonna need what? 2 cranes back near the float planes as well.
yeah, probably. Or maybe 1. Maybe I can get
Maybe
away with
one.
1.
Yeah, you can probably get away with one.
But first things first, I do need or is it the float plane things? Uh, catapults. Catapult rotating. I'm gonna. Okay, so I know that the planes would come out of the forward hangar here. Um, but I'm just gonna have them facing the other way around because I think that's how you'd launch them. So I guess with these catapults, you're kind of having to do something weird where you'd take the plane out of the hangar and put it on the catapult backwards, or have to like fully rotate the catapult around, like, do, almost a full 180 with it.
Yeah, suitably French.
Yes. Why am I doing that? I can just do like, actually, let me put a float plane on it. I'm only gonna put one. But yeah, there we go. We got a float plane.
Yay.
Oh my god, this is already like a 30-minute episode of just this.
Yeah,
I'm thinking crane here maybe.
I think it's a bit of a wash. Depending, well, given that you're probably going to want to be able to lift the float planes onto the catapults from the water, yeah, you probably want it that way. So it
Probably.
hinges out.
Yeah.
It's like oriented like that, just so that the
Yeah.
end bit can swing out and then swing back in again.
Oh god, I forgot masts. That's still something I gotta add.
Yep.
Okay, how many of these decorations do I have? Oh, that circle's up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Goodbye, 21-foot boat with divisions. So I have 5 decorations left plus this to work with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, I need something back here. So I'm thinking a large square rectangle. That's one of the 5. Maybe one size above that actually. 25-foot square. Massive, but wait, hold on. Is that actually a square? Let's test. Is it a square?
Nope. It is slightly rectangular. Not that I think most people would be able to tell.
Yeah. And then I would want to put a mast fighting top. Not fighting top, tripod.
Yep.
Ooh. Which one am I thinking of? Multi, no. Top with cross tree is not what I want. Oh, mast tripod with a triangle platform. Let's see how this fits. Other than the anti-aircraft guns, pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Remember, you can hold alt.
Yeah. Ah, those anti-aircraft guns just kind of get in the way.
I'm kind of surprised there isn't a like pagoda mast option.
Yeah, a little weird.
Yeah.
Although I think you could, like, hammer one out if you really want to.
I mean, you could like
Just,
there's literally templates where they effectively jank the pagoda mast into existence by
yeah,
overlapping bits and bobs.
yeah. I do like it. That's a weird looking mast, but that kind of works. And then I think on top of this, I actually do a second mast, so a mast pole with simple cross tree. Like this. Um, do I want to do another tripod mast, like a smaller CL one, aft, or do I want to not? Might do a smaller,
I think it would be reasonable to have one on the aft of the ship.
like here,
Yeah.
like this. Actually, let me set the rest angle back to 0. Hopefully this isn't... I'm glad that the rest angle isn't automatically like setting to 32 degrees now whenever I do that.
Mm-hmm.
That was not center. Okay, that works. And then structure 6. Do I want to use it kind of more forward, or do I want to kind of use it aft here? I think I'll use it aft. I think that's where I just kind of need a little more right now. like that.
Yep.
There you go, rebuilt Victor Hugo. She still has
Huzzah.
like 309 weight remaining.
That's fine. Problem, of course, with any refit is that actually using up all that tonnage, well, that costs money.
Yep. Maybe anti-aircraft guns will get better in the future, or fire control, radar.
Yep.
Like radar's a few, having spare tonnage for radar is good,
That it is.
and float
But
planes
yeah.
can always be removed for more, better radar. Um, Man, I'm just realizing that these old cruisers are like perfect candidates for receiving radar.
Well, just because they have so much tonnage free, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Railways is really having to think about that, ain't it?
Yep.
Here we go.
Hooray, she's being rebuilt. Um, okay, so my thought is that I'm wondering if I want to kind of like stagger the rebuilds or not. So it's like, do one, when this ship's at 6 months out, then I send in a battle cruiser, for example.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I don't know. I think that one's just down to personal preference. I tend to batch rebuild with large amounts of rebuilds all at once, but that also puts a hole in a building program potentially. So yeah, it's personal preference.
Um, so some funding will be freed up by that time period by all of these destroyers completing and then this. So I think one thing I need to do right now is I need to replace my CVLs. I should probably not be servicing, 23,
Yeah,
24 knot carriers,
yeah.
22
Well, and
knot
that's what
carriers.
that is a rebuilt AMC that has been around long enough that it's actually degraded in speed.
Yes. Um,
Actually, do you have that in mothballed?
I believe so, and the intention right
Yeah,
now
that's
is to
probably why
scrap.
the speed fucked
Yeah.
itself.
Um, But I mean, the current intention is to replace these ships. The other three are
Yeah.
rebuilt CAs from 1892.
Yeah. I would purpose build CVLs to replace them.
That is the intention. Um, Thinking twin 4-inch mounts everywhere.
Yep. For the sweet dual purpose.
Accommodation, spacious, torpedo defense. Yes.
Yep.
Um,
We've already got 34.
Good deck edge lifts. Wait,
Huh?
hold on. Oh, I have turrets in 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah, that'd do her.
Yeah. Delete,
I didn't
delete.
even know you could. I didn't even know you could use 1, 2, 3, 4 with CVs.
E,
Yeah.
E.
K and J probably, or
Yeah, I'm not seeing
yeah.
an ST, so
They all weigh the same. So
yeah. Um, I'll do, yeah, I'll do JK. I forgot to increase these.
she'll be right.
I mean,
Hold on,
reliable.
you have 5-inch DP, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, might as well use that instead of the 4-inch. I'd almost say maybe put like an inch of belt on so that you can armor the turrets.
So then I can do like this.
Yeah, because at the very least, having armored turrets does reduce splinters from bomb hits on the turrets.
That's fair. Respawn all these and put them back in their correct location.
Yep. Sponsons for the sponson god.
My question is, do I still want to be building this at like this sort of speed? I could do no. I could do unit machinery. I could do mag box. She's an unarmored light carrier.
Yep.
Oh, I might replace a little bit of the drawing and get rid of the biplanes and place on a proper
Yeah, it's
single engine.
36. You're probably not using biplanes anymore.
36 you might be,
Well, yeah, it
but
depends on the Navy.
yeah.
String
But
bags.
the thing is, we're not talk. Oh, hold on. No, I'm going for the full
Yeah, because
because
you
that
want it,
I want it
it
to
also
look
affects
well.
top weight.
It was adjusted, so
Yeah, you could go up to 32 knots,
almost.
but on the other hand, that leaves no
What if I
space.
do
Yeah,
this?
it might be better to have reliability. Even as I'm not really a proponent of reliability, it might be better to have that than rather than going 32 but with no space free,
Hmm.
because you probably do want reserve space for future refits of stuff.
So rather than my biplanes, I think I'm just gonna put like regular airplanes on it. I'm trying to
Mhm.
remember where you find them.
That is a goddamn good question.
Land-based airfield planes. You got the float planes. Obviously, I don't want those. Maybe. Oh, they're probably under CV.
Yeah, probably.
CV elevator. The CV elevators can actually make good. And CV islands can make good extra superstructure
Yes,
stuff.
DV airplane. I'm not a huge fan of the default airplanes, to be honest.
Okay, I'll take a.
Especially since one of them is kind of non-functional, unless I'm misunderstanding how they're supposed to be used.
What do you mean?
Well, if you like space them apart, I think it's three. No, it's not three. Oh no, it is three. Um, one of them, it's not. It's like if you move it off of the actually off of the carrier for a sec,
This one?
it's it's basically one of them is basically just a wireframe. It doesn't actually have. Yeah, see, you notice how the
Yep.
nose of
Yep.
number two there. Yeah.
Get rid of that one. I think Airplane 4 New is probably a little bit too modern for this.
Hmm.
Um, Honestly, I think I'm gonna use Airplane 3.
Okay.
Um, Maybe I'll still. No, I don't think I'll model her with biplanes. Should I model her with biplanes?
No, I think it's probably a case of these are probably going to stick around long enough. You don't want to be changing out the planes every time you refit them.
That's fair.
So I modeled it with the more modern monoplane.
So like this,
Yeah.
maybe like line up three of them on deck, like they're preparing to launch.
Yep.
I might considering doing more how do they wires, which I'm trying to remember where those are. Oh, resting wires. Okay, so what's the smallest one? A 40 foot is doesn't quite look right. Maybe a resting gear. I'm gonna assume like a 60 foot's maybe about maybe a 50. 60 is pretty close, but I think a 50 would work better.
I will take your word for it.
Yeah, okay, that's the exact length we need. I can just kind of put that there. That was just centerline already. All right, I think that is a new light carrier.
Quick and dirty carrier design.
Yep. It could technically do unit machinery, but like if she's getting shot, she's probably dead.
Yep.
Like what point does unit machinery make? Like
It. I mean, it really just kind of reduces a certain type of engine credit, as far as I know.
yeah.
So.
I mean, maybe you can take an extra hit. Like if a bomb goes into your machinery, it means that your ship's still a little bit evasive for the second bomb.
Yeah. Maybe.
Um, or for like another strike, but like that presumes that that bomb hit doesn't light your aircraft on fire.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it's a bit of a wash.
Come on, rule the
And
waves.
this is an unarmored.
So yeah, the idea with these CVLs is going to be to replace my current 4 in-service CVLs, and eventually I do need to replace the Carrier Baron as well.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what a refitted.
that's
Not
that's also a refitted AMC.
fair enough. Yep.
Over the waves. Oh, I'm being stupid.
Rip.
It's a design study for 3 months.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right then. Maybe what I do is I lay down a couple subs. I'm gonna do a couple mediums.
Mm-hmm.
I have an old sub from 1919 in service, but that's a long range. I'll keep her.
Fine.
Oh, someone has no commander assigned. Which division is that? That is a division that has nothing in it. Um,
You plan to put anything in it?
maybe.
Okay.
Those are extra divisions if I need to stick like more trade protection destroyers, and I might have to build more trade protection destroyers.
Yeah.
And also having the extra divisions is good because I can go, hey, unknown commander, go command this division that has nothing in it, and maybe I'll learn more about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you have no air units assigned. There's no tension. Why do I need air units? Um, Russia's fine. Oh yeah, new floatplane scouts. Um,
Thanks.
alright.
They're all have less range than your current float
Yes,
plane.
they all do. And they're not that much faster.
No.
And I said range and
Actually, one of them is slower.
I said range and reliability, you fucks. Um,
Honestly, I'd say no. I'm gonna stick with my current float plane and try again.
yeah, you guys dropped the ball so hard, I'm not even gonna ask for another float plane. Hello there, give me another torpedo bomber. Does maneuverability improve hit chance on torpedo bombers? Actually, no, my dive bombers. No, I have a more recent dive bomber. Do you know if maneuverability improves hit chance on torpedo bombers or not?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay.
It just affects hit chance for bombing runs, period, regardless of what type. So
Okay. So that's good to know. So maneuverability on dive and torpedo bombers is really good.
yeah.
Um, I got 2 more destroyers into service that I can, or 3 more destroyers into service that I can mothball. Can you tell that some naval minister wanted destroyers?
Never have enough destroyers, as evidenced by my current France game, where I don't have enough destroyers. The game keeps screaming at me that I don't have enough escorts for my
Mm,
battleships, which it's not wrong about.
yeah. That's why I'm trying to mass produce them. Well, I was trying to mass produce them, but I'm getting close to finishing the mass production run, especially with these catapult class. What actually are other nations building? I
Yeah,
probably need to get in the carrier
the AI
race.
does tend to build top-heavy fleets,
Yeah.
but yeah. She-
That's 2 months away. I have this monthly balance. Why don't I like?
Can
Oh,
you purpose-build carriers, like
yes.
full-up ones?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
have
you might.
2 purpose builts already.
Hmm.
The Pen Leves.
Yeah.
The primary issue um was that the naval minister or the previous naval or the naval minister had wanted battleships.
Yep.
Um, and I, that kind of really hurt my carrier building program, having to lay down 4 battleships, and I had to scrap 2 of them because of war. And
Yeah.
this is still one of the 2, one of the other 2 that survived. And I also had 2 battleships under construction at the time too.
Yes, that exact same thing happened to me today.
Mm.
Such is the fate of the French
Yep.
naval building programs,
Yep.
where the naval minister wants stuff, and then you get in a war, and then something ends up paused for 2 years, and then just end up with not
Hey,
building the ship.
cheap destroyer. I'm gonna
Yay.
rename that one because I want to keep that name. Good. Budget
Ooh, slightly better dive bomber.
max,
They strapped an extra machine gun on it and some armored panels.
and they got a little faster.
Yep, better engine.
Uh, oh hey, Captain de Frigate has shown himself to be above average. Um,
Ooh.
so I'm gonna rename this destroyer. I went through a lot of trouble to rename all the. Oh my God, the build ships tab. All my capital ship designs are old enough that it's not even suggesting them anymore.
Truly incredible.
That's what happens when you go to war. I'm gonna take this one.
Okay.
I'm
Is there a
saving
way
the.
that you could do the pick thing in the build UI, but you can't like pick a new name for a ship?
Yeah.
I wish that were an option.
Okay. Some ships or divisions have no commander assigned. It's
It's
a cruiser. I have like a bunch of. Not you. I have a bunch of these above average.
yeah. Is
Um.
is timid really that bad? I don't actually know what it does for division command. I know for ship command it means they'll tend to fuck off away from the
uh,
enemy, but
Well, the thing. Well, okay. So is that bad for ship command, or would you say it's
that's
bad?
personal preference as to whether or not it's bad.
Okay, fair.
Uh,
Um. Yeah. Uh. Yeah, well, he's above average. The reason that was a Captain de Vaisseau. Well, this is the guy I assigned is a Contra Admiral.
oh yeah,
So I can the guy I assigned I can't put on a battleship. The guy who I
this is
didn't assign I can.
good point.
Um, I think the end of this episode is going to be laying down two CVLs. Durant is back. Oh God. Average poor ship handler, but damage control expert. I want to keep him, but no, prestige. I will keep my prestige. You will not take my prestige away from me. I hoard my
Try.
prestige like I'm a dragon. It's the prestige is the dragon's heart. Sorry.
I will. They will pry that prestige from my cold dead hands.
Air unit is called the new fighter a lemon.
Not good.
All right. Two new carriers or two new CVLs under construction. My monthly balance has gone way up. Um, Actually, I'm gonna go one more month because I think that is a perfect place to call this at.
Yeah.
Um, okay, I'm gonna give. You know what? Here, Chanzi, you get the above average guy. And I know this is a battleship that doesn't have an average, or this is a battleship which should probably have an above average commander, but like it's an old battleship.
Yeah. I'm curious. If you go look at your fighter,
The this,
what is lemony about your new fighter? Oh, poor reliability.
yep, probably
Okay.
it. Um, So yeah, I think I go one more month, and then what I wind up doing is I will stagger three of the capital ships in rebuild at once.
Yeah.
Um, that will be a good enough episode length. Did I get the new destroyers reserved? I also probably, yeah, I did, the catapults. I probably also need to redo my destroyer divisions next episode too.
Yeah, probably.
Um, but hey, it should mean that I finally have enough escorts for my battleships.
Yay.
12th destroyer division. Um,
Ah.
It's an average in charge of the
You
12th
decide you
destroyer. Those are a
decided to
dime a dozen.
blanket Admiral's daughter.
Uh,
This is not a good decision in the long run.
Oh no, whatever shall I do?
Potentially, you can end up running out of averages. I've had that happen before, and I'm, assigning below averages to battleships and crying quietly.
Oh, God. Yeah. I mean, I'm running the what is it? I'm running Naval Academy, so that helps.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Yeah. Um.
The number of incompetent officers you can get in the early period before you unlock that can be truly terrifying.
Yeah. All right. I think that is the episode. It's been like 55 minutes, so
Yep.
I know you're running probably out of time here too.
Yeah, a little bit. There's a couple things I got to do before I start getting ready for work. So.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching this episode. I have no idea what to call this episode. Mostly be
Refitting a heavy
rebuilding
cruiser.
final cruiser or final. I wouldn't say final major cruiser rebuild because there's a good chance that those cruisers, if any of them survive, are going to get missiles. But yeah, I guess I don't know. CVL replacement, the start of the the start of the engine refits. There we go.
The grand refitting.
Yep, the start of the grand refitting. That's good. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. This has been me, No Name Moments of Sport, and
It's been boom.
yep. Links to my Discord and Twitch are down below if you're interested in either of those things, as well as the Community Rule the Waves Discord server, which is actually where we're recording this at. Um, it's officially recognized, but not actually official, but kind of is. I don't know.
I mean, it killed the so-called official server, so
Yeah.
close enough.
Now the closest thing to the official server now is the Matrix one, but like most of the community's here rather than the Matrix one. But there's a chunk there. And I know, didn't William want to make it like an NWS server? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that existed for all of 30 seconds.
Or this one in NWS server. Yeah,
Uh,
it's there. Join link will be down below. And thank you, Naval Warfare Simulations, Matrix and Slytherin for the free key on this. I still need to do a key giveaway. I've still not done that. I think I got to do it in September or October because goddamn, I have not had the time or energy, and I think that's when I gain it back.
yeah.
All right. Yeah then. See ya. And yes, 80 episodes are now done.
Huzzah.